Hello, everybody. It is the final game of the round in the EFL Championship. It is the final watch along of the weekend. Come and join us. Settle down for Coventry versus Millwall. We'll be here for the next couple of hours watching this one. Make yourself known in the chat. Hit the like button. Give us your views and enjoy the watch along. Good afternoon, everybody. Coventry versus Millwall is our third and final watch along on this Championship round 31. And let's get straight into it and have a look at what has gone on thus far this weekend in a pretty illuminating round. We had the opening game, didn't we, which was our first watch along on Friday night. That ended Sheffield Wednesday 2, Birmingham 0. In our second watch along in the lunchtime kickoff yesterday, it was Ipswich 2, West Brom 2. And then in the Saturday 3 p.m.s, Blackburn 3, Stoke 1, Eustace versus Schumacher there. Cardiff 0, Preston 2. They are in the playoff picture, Preston, aren't they? Hull 0, Swansea 1. Go on. Stand up if you predicted that one after Swansea's poor run and Hull's good run. Leeds 3, Rotherham 0. I'm sure most of you predicted that one with Leeds right up at the top and Rotherham right down at the bottom. Middlesbrough 1, Bristol City 2. Terrific away win that for them there. Robins, QPR 2, Norwich 2. Loads of goals this round. Brilliant. Speaking of loads of goals, Southampton 5, Huddersfield 3. And I haven't actually watched back everything. I normally do that on Monday morning. I think Southampton were 2-0 down in that one as well. And their sensational run continues. Sunderland 3, Plymouth 1. Apologies to those travelling Argyle fans who couldn't get the win on that huge journey, the longest in the Championship for any set of fans this season. And a long journey is what Leicester are on. Maybe it's a long journey to a points record. They've done it again. Watford 1, Leicester 2. Before we climb in for this one, let's just have a look and see what that did to the table. Look, Leicester are just closing in on the title with every passing week. 3 wins in a row for the Foxes. They are 11 points clear of Southampton in second. That's not the important total, though. The important total is they are 12 points clear of Leeds and on the same amount of games. Obviously, Southampton have a game in hand on Leicester, but it's still a gigantic lead. So in the playoff picture at the moment is Leeds on 63 and third, Ipswich on 60, amazingly, still on 2 points per game, despite a very poor run of form now. West Brom have been closed up on by Sunderland and Mick Beale and maybe some suspicion about him from the Sunderland fans. Well, look where they are in the table. Look, 7 points in the last 3 for the Mackems. And they're back in the top 6 after beating Plymouth yesterday. It helped that Swansea did them a favour by beating Hull. Norwich drew. They're still in good form, though, Norwich. Look, 10 points from the last 5. You can see on the form check. And Preston, also 10 points from the last 5, are just 2 off the playoffs. But keep your eyes today on Coventry City because they are currently in 10th, but add 3 points onto their total. They already have a superior goal difference to everybody outside of the top 5. Coventry could move up 1, 2, 3, 4 places into the playoff positions with a win today. Down at the bottom of the table, a bad day for those trying to stay out of the bottom 3 and a good day for a couple of teams in the bottom 3 with QPR really in good form, aren't they? 8 points from 4 from QPR. That is survival. That's not just survival form, 8 points in 4. That's promotion form. Well, in most years, actually, this might be the one year where 2 points per game isn't promotion form. But generally speaking, over the over the years of 24-team leagues, if you're scoring 2 points per game, you are going up automatically. But Sheffield Wednesday get themselves a win as well. So it's really fascinating down there with defeats for Birmingham, Stoke and Huddersfield. Millwall will not want to add themselves to that little crew there, because then QPR would simply be 4 points off 18th place whilst being inside the bottom three. Sheffield Wednesday need to get themselves another run going. They're still 5 off. But of course, Southampton away was not the easiest game for Huddersfield above them. That is the state of play in the Championship. I can see all of your comments coming in. I'll quickly just jump to this one. Hector, you absolute legend. Look, he's already a member, but he's hit a £2 super chat. We really, really appreciate that. Hector, we'll get into the rest of your comments very, very soon. But first of all, we need to get straight to our team news. Right, let's hope FootMob is playing ball today. It was jumping about all over the place whenever I clicked on anyone yesterday. Let's see if it does it today. I think it's going to do it. So we're not going to do the click through in the Zoom today, unfortunately. We'll just go through player for player. Brad Collins in goal for Coventry. Really like the Coventry right-hand side, and that includes Milan van Erik, the right fullback there. Joel Latibodio, centre-back. He plays everywhere across the back 4-5, except in goal, really. A very adaptable player. Lewis Binks in at centre-back. Remember, this is a Coventry side now. McFadzean is God. Every time we did Coventry, he would be the stalwart centre-back in there. Jay De Silva, isn't it? Not Josh De Silva. He plays for Brentford, doesn't he? There we go. Jay De Silva at left back. No Ben Sheaf, which is bad news for Coventry. Bad news for him. Get well soon. Good news for Millwall, obviously the top player in terms of those Championship defensive central midfielders. Josh Eccles and Victor Torp, who I haven't seen over 90 minutes, so looking forward to seeing him. Another part of that excellent right-hand side for Coventry is Sakamoto. He's going to play in front of Van Evick. The excellent Callum O'Hare in the 10 spot. He's a real match winner, isn't he? Casey Palmer has been in very decent form in off the left. And despite people thinking he was going to be an expensive flop, Haji Wright up top is on 8 goals, 5 assists in the EFL, 13 goal contributions. If he can keep it up, Haji Wright, that's not looking like an expensive flop. That's looking like a very decent forward player. Get your thoughts in on the Coventry side. As we look at the Millwall side under Joe Edwards. Sarkic in goal. It looks like a back three. It looks like FootMob are right about that. Of Jake Cooper, Wes Harding, and interested in this one, Japhet Tanganga. He's on loan from Spurs. And do you know what? Let's click in on him. I think he's played plenty for Spurs, hasn't he? 50 games for Spurs. And we know Spurs operate in the Premier League or in Europe. So interested to see. That could be a really good pickup if they've potentially got him at the right time. The wing-backs for Millwall, Danny McNamara and Joe Bryan. Central midfield is George Honeyman and Casper Denor. And this looks fun, doesn't it? I'm not entirely sure how they'll line up because Zian Fleming normally plays in the number 10 position. But FootMob have got a front three there of Romain Esse, who appears in everybody's under-21 teams and best youngsters and youngsters to watch and wonder kids. He's definitely likely to play down the left, isn't he? Michael Obafemi, who is a very decent Championship level player. Obviously, where did he go from? Swansea to Burnley, wasn't it? Let me just bring his career up. There you go. Look, Southampton, Swansea, Burnley. He's always kind of been considered a top-level Championship player. But if you actually look at the numbers, never really hung around anywhere long enough to kind of put a really awesome season in and prove it. Zian Fleming has put an awesome season in for Millwall. He is a highly rated attacking player for the Lions. Let me just do the benches and then we can go to your comments. For Cov, Stretton, Sims, Tavares, Godden, Kelly, Thomas, Lusala, Bidwell, Wilson on the bench. You can see that Liam Kitching suspended, Ben Sheaf injured. They would both likely be in the team. Sheaf red carded at Norwich in, was it the last round? Or would he get 3 games for that? I don't think he'd get 3 games, would he? Must have been the last round. I can't remember. For Millwall, Mayer, who's a new side. Where did he come from? Morecambe, was it? Watmore, Bradshaw, Campbell, Mitchell, Saville, Wallace, Leonard, Bialkowski. You can see there among the injured players, top scorer. He's only got 5 if you look at the crawler along the bottom. Kevin Nisbet. I saw one of them in the flesh actually over at Birmingham. I think he banged was it a free kick? I can't remember. I watch too many football matches. Sometimes it goes in one eye and out of my brain as quickly as it's kind of gone in. We're going to get to comments really, really soon, I promise. Let me just say a big thank you to Match Bingo. We've been playing along all weekend, so I'll have a break from playing along today, but you can get involved over at Match Bingo. There is the main screen. We've got West Ham, Arsenal as well, and Aston Villa, Man United in the Premier League. First game up is Coventry, Millwall. £2 for your card. Remember, you can play for free if you want to get involved on Saturdays in the Bingals game. That's the 3 p.m. kickoffs. And the most important thing from my point of view, well, first is that you please play responsibly, which I'm duty bound to say. But if you do go over to Match Bingo, go via this QR code and they will know we sent you. Have I waffled on too long? I think I have. Sorry, got loads of comments coming in. Let's give a big shout out to Annie as well. Another super chat. I will get to the comments. I promise. I promise. I promise. But I've waffled on for way too long. So we need to go straight to predictions. Please do me a favor. Put the team names in with your predictions. Else we just get a indecipherable load of numbers on the screen, especially if we get a typo in one of them. But I'd love to hear your predictions for Coventry versus Millwall. I'll try and read them all out, to be honest. 16 seconds you've got to go. Get your predictions in right now in the live chat for Coventry City, last year's losing playoff finalists on penalties, versus Millwall. Right, we'll let that rumble round a little bit longer. Give you a couple more seconds to get your predictions in. As I say, I'll try and read all of them out as we go. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the super chats already. If you don't mind as well hitting the like button, that will do me a massive favour with all the YouTube rankings and all of that good stuff. I can see already 20 plus of you have done that. Right. Got loads of predictions. Brilliant. Right. Let's read all of these out. Where am I starting? I am starting here with James, 2-1 Cov. Andrew, 3-1 Cov. Delayed Pilot, 2-1 Coventry. Anir, 2-0 Coventry. Ollie, 3-1 Coventry. We're very heavy on Coventry here in the chat, guys. Matty, 4-1 Coventry. Essex Lion, and I assume he's a Millwall fan, says 3-0 Coventry. Michael, 2-0 Coventry, led set, 2-0 Cov. This is landslide, I think they would say, like that Tony Blair election in 1997. Hey, you want to be reminded about that. Whale, right on cue with his nil effing nil. We love to see it. Tom, 3-1 to Cov. Hector, 2-0 to Coventry. Get your comments in. Sorry, I haven't managed to read really any of your actual opinions out. Have I got toothpaste around my mouth? I just had a shower before we came in. Sorry, that's not the one. Is it? I've got toothpaste around my mouth. You think my beard's grey? It's not that grey. And do you know the worst thing? All I've got here, I've got Dettol multi-purpose cleaning wipes. They're not going anywhere near my face. I'll tell you what else I've got as well. I've got hand sanitizer. Is that a used face wipe there? We'll try and get rid of that. No good. Right. I think we're about to kick off. So if you put comments of your opinions in before the game, please paste them or write them back in because, sorry, I'm waffled all the way through going over all of the results. If you're heading over to Match Bingo, get in there right now. You've still got a few seconds before we kick off to get involved. And we thank Match Bingo, James, my guy there, for their support. And we are off in Coventry, Millwall. Fortunately, both teams are wearing blue, else it would have looked like I'd gone for Millwall colours with their orange away shirt. And you know what people are like? Any colour I wear is always some weird sign of bias that's been picked up on. We're going to get a long throw in straight away. Hurled in. It's actually flicked on at the near post. Oh, big chance for Millwall with inside 30 seconds. Keeper does well there, Collins. They did really well on the set play there. Millwall. I think it's Tanganga that hurled it in. Ooh. It's Honeyman in there. Harding. Good flick. Really good flick. The second one actually comes off WRIGHT. What a save. Honeyman's going to think, how the hell have I not scored there? That's going to be massive on the XG, by the way, for Millwall. He's literally half a metre out from the goal. Doesn't do a lot wrong, Honeyman. He tries to volley it. And I think he just smacks him in the face, Collins. But good goalkeeping. You've got to be in the right place. You've got to be brave. You've got to be alert as well. 30 seconds into the game. Corner comes in, headed away by Latibodier. And great start for Millwall here. Honeyman back in the channel. And the cross comes in. They're all over them to start this game. Honeyman, again, is going to cross from the right, headed out once again. And Casey Palmer gets a foot on it. And Coventry, great start to this game. Launch a counter with Sakamoto. WRIGHT runs off him. And everything calms down for a second. Van Evik gets on the ball for the first time. And Latibodier, Eccles, Van Evik down the right, inside again to Torp, and Mill will get the foot on it, and it turns over. Back to Sarkic, who boots it down the ground, and we can breathe for a second. Toothpaste gone. Is it gone? There we go. You're supposed to put it in your mouth, aren't you? But when you use an electric toothbrush, it just goes everywhere, doesn't it? Why is this on at 12? Just for TV or 12? I think it's probably just for TV, isn't it? They try and get clear of the Premier League games on a Sunday where the audience is all going to head over to whoever it is, West Ham, Arsenal. It's going to go through towards the keeper there, Sarkic, but dealt with by Harding. And Coventry just managing to get some kind of foothold. Van Evik. Looks like, contrary to what we thought at the start of the game, Zian Fleming seems to be on the left-hand side and Romain Esse on the right-hand side. So they're going to be inverted wingers for Millwall, which means they should be good in terms of a narrow front three. Maybe not going to get down the line and cause giant amounts of trouble like old school wingers. But I guess if you're playing wing backs, then inverted wingers is the one, isn't it? Quick plug for Colgate before. I think my toothpaste might actually be Colgate. So, yeah, fair comment. When is my next match vlog? Do you know what? I don't know. I'm really enjoying doing the watch-alongs at the weekend. So it'll have to be a midweek game. I was going to go with Vanier to Bristol City and Southampton, but there's no way I'm going to be able to get away and do the pickup for Little Enid and still get to the game for that one. So, here come Coventry. Van Evik inside the box, puts the cross in low. Big chance for Sakamoto. Good save. Oh, my God. It's Hadji Wright about 2 yards out. Looked like he was destined to score. It bobbles off the post, comes back out now. We've had 2 massive chances in the first 4 minutes of this game. It's still 0-0. Sakamoto, good save Sarkic. And again, I'll say the same thing I said for Honeyman. He doesn't do a lot wrong, Hadji Wright, does he? Just get it goalward as early as you can and just kind of bobbles off the post. Goodness me. Did I see Rothwell's goal? I will catch up. I promise. My normal routine, Hassan, because I'm hosting the Blue Monday podcast tonight. You can kind of come and join me on the Blue Monday channel tonight. Is that I'll focus on that. Although I don't need to do too much prep because I watched all 90 minutes on the watch along, didn't I? But we'll have a look at all the goals before the Championship check-in podcast with Sam. I'll do that tomorrow morning. So we will have a look at that. Up the Millwall, Annie. Help out Bristol City in this active top 6 race. They're 100% in. You got to love that. See, this is what annoys me when people moan about the playoffs at the end of the season just because their team might happen to lose a playoff game. The playoffs are brilliant. Look at all the teams that could have a good run now and get in towards that top 6. You got to love it. Bristol City are one of them, and Coventry are very much one of them because we know if the Sky Blues win this game right now, that they will be back into the top 6. Let me just bung the scoreline up. Sky Sports Main Event Live we're watching on, by the way. I didn't do my housekeeping before. If you're on your smart TV, if you're on Now TV, if you're on Sky Go, you'll probably be a bit behind. So beware of spoilers from me and from the chat. I can give you a timestamp. You can pause me for the requisite amount of time. But remember, the chat will still go in real time. And you're missing out if you close the chat down. That's the best bit of the whole thing. I'm not the only one who struggles with an electric toothbrush. Have you got a beard, James? It just fills my beard with bloody toothpaste, doesn't it? Dear oh me. Anyway, the beard's going to go soon. It's way too grey, isn't it? I'm an old man now, guys. Harding, Tanganga. Lovely ball into the channel. Nice take by McNamara. Been a really good start to this game, hasn't it? Cross curled in. Good box scene there with Obafemi and Fleming getting nice and narrow like we want to see in terms of that Millwall front three. If you want an attacking game, you don't want it folding back into a 5-4-1, do you? Great turn by Torp there, beating Denor easily. And here comes Callum O'Hare. Lovely feet as ever from O'Hare, as you'd expect. Poor cross, though, from O'Hare. You wouldn't expect. Click forward. And headed away. Trying to get through the comments. This has been good so far. Cov should score there. Yeah, we could be 1-1 on the basis of the 2 really good chances so far. We know how much clubs get when they get promoted from the Championship to the Premier League, but how much do clubs get when they get promoted from League One to the Championship? I mean, it's all down to the broadcast. So we think a team that goes up from League One will go up from sort of, we're talking TV money, aren't we? Basically, we think about 1.5 million you get in League One, and an estimate somewhere between 7 and 9 million, unless you are Sheffield Wednesday, Leeds, Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa, whoever in the Championship. If you've got a massive audience that you can bring to TV, you're going to make more money then because you're going to be on TV more. But all kind of estimates really across the board. And we don't find out for 18 months after the season finishes how much everyone really makes from broadcast. Oh, Diag has found its way to McNamara. Nice feet in the box and a good strike by Obafemi. Good play by the centre forward there. He hasn't had any of the ball, but that was impressive. He quickly span on the ball, hit a decent shot. Look, obviously, by the way, he's absolutely ripped, isn't he? Obafemi. You don't often see footballers that shape, do you? They tend to be more lean, but he is massive in terms of his upper body. Hopefully that translates into some strength on the ball there rather than just slowing him down. How much and where can I buy your colourful lights? Do you know, my missus bought them for me, Ginger Alley. So I can ask her, send me a DM on Twitter or an email or something, and I'll get her to tell you what they were. But they're great. I quite like a second set, actually, but it's just money, innit? Money. Birmingham need 6 points from the next 2 games. Don't everybody, Matty? But yeah, Birmingham more than most at the moment. Has a team scored under 70 points and still made the playoffs? Yeah, I think someone look it up. Was it Blackpool or Crystal Palace won the playoffs with 69? Did they? Or am I making that up? I've done videos on this. The answer's probably in my content somewhere. Yo, hey Ben, who do you think will win? I think I can't remember what I put in the predictions. God, actually, right, actually hit the post twice there. I didn't realise. It's a good save, really good save by Sarkic's first half. Actually, Wright hits the post, then it bounces off. Is it Harding or Tanganga on the line? Replay's gone. Again, we're in VAR land, aren't we? That probably would have been disallowed if it had gone in. I think it might have hit Haji Wright's hand, similar to the Ipswich goal yesterday, where George Edmondson's it hits his hand, then hits someone's head and his head, and Broadhead puts it in. This is the difference in VAR and non-VAR, where you can almost say, well, in the Premier League, that's not a goal, but in the Championship, it is a goal, because you can't expect the referee to see these, microscope decisions. Look at the size of that man, 2.0. Come on, Dave, you're a wrestling fan. You can respect a bloke that hits the gym 5 times a day, can't you? Oh, nice flick on there. Here comes Fleming from the left. He's going to go on his right foot, isn't he? And the ball breaks and is driven into the back of the net by Romain Esse. We talked about the 2 inside forwards getting narrow for Millwall. Perfection in the game plan there. They both did it. Joe Edwards gives the thumb up. Fleming from one side, Esse from the other. And it is Coventry 0, Millwall 1 after 10 minutes of this one. This game deserves a goal. It's a great goal from Millwall because tactically, Joe Edwards is just, bit of a lucky bounce, I'll give you. But what a great idea. If you've got Jake Cooper playing as a third centre-back, on a restart, stick him right down the pitch because no one is beating him in the air, are they? He gets the flick on. Look, there's 2 bits of luck here. I didn't realise the shot took a deflection. Fleming gets a lucky bounce as well. But you've got to give Millwall credit for tactically there. You've got to give the manager credit, haven't you? Because one, getting Cooper forward from the restarts is really, really smart. And 2, he's playing the wingers inverted for exactly the reason that we've just seen. And it's got Millwall a goal early on in this game. The game deserved the goal. It could have gone to Coventry with Wright hitting the post. Great tackle by Honeyman, who also had a great chance within 30 seconds of this one. And a lot of teams in the playoff picture will be celebrating that goal as well. Yeah, Sunderland's, Hull, Norwich, Preston, Bristol City, Watford, all of that lot will be very pleased with this scoreline so far because Coventry are looking to leapfrog everybody and go into the playoffs. Guerin, good goal that. Very clever goal, isn't it, from Millwall? And Jake Cooper's been a menace for many years in the Championship, mainly under Neil Harris with the long throw-ins and set plays. He's been, probably the premier first ball guy from set plays, hasn't he, over the past 5, 6, 7 years. We've been doing this a long time, haven't we? But that's really clever, sticking him up in basically left midfield and playing off him there from the restart. Brilliant. Honeyman, Denor. Honeyman, 1-0 Millwall. And we always get one of those, don't we? There we go. Here they come again, actually. McNamara cuts it back. Obafemi, good save. This is brilliant from Millwall. Obafemi finds a really good spot there from the cutback, and again, doesn't do a lot wrong. Hits the shot towards the far corner. Good save by Brad Collins. It's a hell of a ball if he means that to go right there to set McNamara away. I'm giving Obafemi credit. Maybe he should do better with that. It's a really good chance, isn't it? Opens right. Do you know what? I think he should find the corner there. Shouldn't he? Oof. Martin, really enjoy your championship content, but seeing as my team Rotherham looks like getting relegated, could you recommend a channel? Yes. What is that lad called? The Oxford Fan. Although they might go up, mightn't they? Jack Ward, is it? And obviously Nappers, two brilliant channels for League One. The Pompey guy as well, 4-0 written all over it. But again, they might go up, Pompey, mightn't they? There's a very high chance they're going up, in fact. If you need tickets to Birmingham games, I can always get you. Oh, very, very kind, Matty. Let me know in the WhatsApp group. Yeah. I get so many lovely offers like that. Am I doing any FA Cup watch-alongs? Very likely. They were great last time, weren't they? Apart from Ipswich losing to Maidstone. But sometimes you have to give the cup set the credit it deserves and not cry. Honeyman, chest down to Denor. It's a foul by O'Hare. Referee Kitchen whistles that one. 1-0 Millwall. Yes, that League One podcast is a bit of an Avengers Assemble, which I would highly recommend as well, which is, all of those lads I just mentioned, in fact. And the lad who does Lincoln as well, Stacey West podcast, I can't think what his name is. I've been on his show when Ipswich were in League One. I'll speak to anyone. Gob for hire. Sarkic is going to take the free kick from inside his own half. Boots that one forward. Obafemi, edge of the box, who's looking dangerous. Had a couple of chances. One kind of half chance, one really good chance, though. But he looks dangerous. He's in the right spots. He's at the end of the game plan, on the end of stuff where you want your striker. And the Millwall fans and Joe Edwards will be very happy with this thus far. Thus far, easy for me to say. Latibodier, easy for me to say. Van Evik. Oh, it's fun doing this, isn't it? All these tricky names and tricky words, whilst there's the taste of toothpaste ringing around my mouth. S8, the goal scorer. Oh, lovely ball by Honeyman. Here's Denor. Denor into Fleming. Millwall playing really well, aren't they? SA. McNamara. McNamara sticks the crossing. Good punch by Collins. Sakamoto helps out. Cleared only as far as Joe Bryan. Good effort. I'm going to say it. This is the best I've seen Millwall play under Joe Edwards. This is really good. Wingbacks involved, playing through the midfield. We had a clever bit of tactical work for the goal. Got kind of three forwards on. They're really good value for their lead here, Millwall, despite Haji Wright hitting the post. For Coventry, there's a giant mill. I won't try and do it. 18 gone. Coventry 0. Millwall 1. A deserved lead, I think we'd all agree, for the Lions. But Coventry are a damn good side under Mark Robbins, aren't they? Harding tries to cushion the header to Tanganga. Makes a bit of a mess of it. It's going to throw in to Cobb. Alex. I'm going to try and remember, Alex, to do a time sync on 19 minutes for you, fella. But you know I'm very good at promising that and then forgetting, even though it's only in 15 seconds' time. Palmer gets fouled. Right, we'll give you a timestamp now, everyone. We're going to be at 19 minutes. I'll count you in. 19 minutes in. 3, 2, 1. Sink. That's 19 minutes. Foul on the edge of the box. Dangerous looking free kick. You'd think Sakamoto and O'Hare might be interested in this one. crazy as a Leeds fan, we could win every game this season, still not go up automatically. I think there's a lot of teams with that view. My one too, crazy as a League One team that you're on 2 points per game, which normally gets you in the top 2. You're not even in the top 3. Massive high standard at the top of the table this season with the 3 year one parachute teams, all looking really, really good. Victor Torp is going to take this one. What is that? 18-yard box, 22 yards out, do you reckon? It's going to be a right footer. Torp. Oh, good strike. Good save, Sarkic. He scored a bit of a thunder bastard, didn't he? Torp at Sheffield Wednesday. Oh, he's got really good technique, hasn't he? That is a textbook. Oh, comes off the bar as well, doesn't it? Good play, Sarkic. Textbook up and down free kick technique. That really good. Keeper does well. In comes the corner. Oh, Denor makes a bit of a mess of that on the near post. Didn't know where that was going, did he? Does he remind you a little bit of Eminem, Denor? Or is it only me that sees that? We're coming up 21 minutes. Corner for Coventry, who are fighting back now after a really good spell from Millwall. The corner, Honeyman was sort of on his own and manages to clear. It just went over Hadji Wright's head. I thought he was going to have a free header on that, but a little bit too much on the corner, I have to say. We're throwing to Coventry. Van Evik, Sakamoto, Van Evik. As a team, scored 80 points and not made the playoffs. No, I can't say that's ever happened. In 2014-15, when Ipswich finished 6th, I think Wolves got 78 and missed. Someone fact check me on that. I think I'm right. Once a day, I'm right. There's another Mill. There you go. I did one. I'm going to butcher this name. Myrna? Jeff. There you go. It's easy. First time, liked and subscribed. Thank you. I'm a Leicester fan. Who do I support? Ipswich Town. But that doesn't matter today because they're not playing. So we'll be completely neutral. And the yellow card is coming out for Remain Essay. The goal scorer, brilliant youngster. Hi, Ben. Can you say hi to my sister called Madison? Hello, Madison. Latibodia. Eccles. De Silva. Millwall still can remember how to go into that great defensive shape that they always had under Gary Rowett. Oof. Dodgy looking ball out there from Brad Collins, who's played well in goal for Coventry. Don't want to pile in on him, but gets away with one there. Good tackle by Dinner. Oh, ref. That didn't look like a foul, did it? Let's have another look at that one. See if referee Kitchen got that one right. I didn't think he fouled him, was my first instinct. It's a bit stiff, the yellow card on Essay for kicking the ball away. It was about half a second after the decision had been made. With Kieran McKenna being strongly linked to Palace, do you think the lure of managing in the Premier League will be too strong to ignore? Oh, right, trying to get through. It usually is, isn't it? There's only 20 Premier League jobs. Chance to manage in the biggest league in the world. So, yeah, you wouldn't blame anyone for taking that chance, but you hope that he wants to continue with the project. Ben supports Ipswich without getting emotional. That's tremendous. What was the comment of the day yesterday? Stop getting emotional about not getting emotional. You can't win, can you? Honeyman. They've loved that switch of play out to McNamara. He's always been there to receive it. Esse wanted to give and go. He gave it, but McNamara didn't go. Yeah. Elise, oh, it's not Elise, is it? It's Elise for the pronunciation pedants out there. Elise and Eze, yeah. You'd want to work with those two, wouldn't you? My nephew was at Ipswich under Bobby Robson. What was his name, Jeff? Tremendous. Denor. Hoiked clear by Van Evik. Tanganga. McNamara. Honeyman. Honeyman goes down. No foul given by referee Kitchen. I think I agree with him. Binks. Jar Jar. I won't say that again. Denor's won that again. I reckon Denor's won the ball in central midfield with little sort of presses and nicking in front about 3 times already this game. He's done excellently, hasn't he? Fleming wins it even higher up on the left wing. Fleming, lovely little outside of the football to Denor. Gets it back. Fleming on the left wing. Wants to go on his right foot. Of course he does. Joe Bryan will go on his left foot all day long. Goes to the byline. Good cross by Bryan. Latibodio has to deal with that. Even though Collins was behind him, he couldn't not head that. Good play all round there by Fleming, Denor, and Joel Latibodio. Ian Hurrell. I'm going to ask my mate David Diamond about him because he will remember the name, I'm sure. Encyclopedic knowledge. Millwall looking very good. I've liked what I've seen, yeah. They played well, haven't they? Latibodio. That was more difficult than it looked, bringing that down on his thigh under pressure from the Duracell bunny that is Casper Denor in this game. Coventry 0, Millwall 1, 26 gone. Van Evik. O'Hare. Haven't managed to get O'Hare, Palmer and Sakamoto in the game, Coventry, have they? They're real key sort of chance makers, chance takers. Suppose that points to how well Millwall have managed this game so far. I think back-to-back defeats, the ticker says, going into this game. And look at the last meeting down there. Coventry, easy winners on 25th of November. This is the flip reverse of that round of fixtures. My dad's birthday, the 25th of November. How about that? Latibodio, who looks really comfortable on the ball at centre back. We were saying he plays everywhere in the back five, doesn't he? Not that Coventry are playing a back five, but I've seen him play wing back under Stevie Cooper at Swansea. Sakamoto gets one in the face there. It looked like an accident to me, but it looked painful. Cooper's going to deal with that. Oh, heavy touch there by Bryan. Bryan could have been in all sorts of trouble there. I think it was Roy Keane, I remember saying very perceptively on Sky once, a lot of these lunging tackles are after someone's had a heavy touch and their instinct is to just dive in. And Bryan did just that. Fleming, though, it was in the end that got pulled for the foul. Daniel, who do you think gets promoted from League One? Daniel, can we have a look at that half-time? It's going to be a free kick to Coventry, which Torp is going to torpedo into the box right-footed. Swings it in. Honeyman gets a flick on that on the near post. Don't want to sound obvious, but they're missing Sheaf. Maybe, yeah. I think two things can be true, though, Annie. I think they're missing Sheaf and Millwall are playing really well. But yeah, I would agree. one of the names popping up in everyone's half-season team of the season, wasn't he, Sheaf? Rightly so. He didn't make mine and Sam's, but he was definitely in the conversation, wasn't he? Palmer does well to keep that. Oh, nuts! Palmer sticks it through Tanganga's legs, but Tanganga, to be fair, wasn't having it. Here's Torp, edge of the box. Torp, lovely idea to get O'Hare into the box. Cut out, good defending Millwall. Honeyman, poor clearance, but Casper De Norre, who's been absolutely omnipresent in that first half. Ooh, Fleming with a little swipe there on O'Hare. I don't think he got booked for that last tackle, but he's going to be close to a yellow card now for accumulation of fouls there. There you go, Andrew. Legend. Been down the rabbit hole. Most points for third. Yep, we know that one. Sunderland, 90 and 97, 98. There you go. Least points. Leicester was 68 in 2012-13. Andrew, double check for me. Is that when Leicester, is that the Troy Deeney season? Let me know. Because they were seconds away from getting to the final then, Leicester, weren't they, with 68 points? But look, it's a race, isn't it? Always remember his Palmer. Into the box goes to Silva, drives into the box. And we've had some really good performances by a load of players in this game. And one of them, well, both the goalkeepers have played well. Sarkic does really well there. Right place, right time, just palms that away. There you go. That is the knockout Hog Deeney year. So Leicester very close to getting to the final. Remember, what most people forget about the Deeney year is that the great Kevin Phillips wins the final for Crystal Palace. So Watford don't actually get promoted, despite what I would argue. This is my contention. The greatest semi-final ever is Ipswich Bolton in 99-2000. The greatest final is Charlton Sunderland in 98. And the greatest playoff moment is Hog Deeney. Just my opinion. Nominate your own. Ten years later, we're still stuck in the Championship. Yeah, a lot's happened since then. Van Evik heads that down to Binks. Latabodier, 32 gone. 1-0 Millwall. Got to stop doing that. Headed out by Cooper. Throw in to Coventry. Torp. It's not Torp, Ben. It's Eccles. Come on. Even the way they run is similar. Go and wind your Sky footage back to 32-30 and tell me that Victor Torp and Josh Eccles don't look incredibly similar, even by the way they run. There's a lovely little moment there where they both run in the same direction with exactly the same running style and body language. Don't blame me for getting them mixed up. Right, let's just rehearse this. Torp is 29, Eccles is 28. And there is blooming De Norre again, who's got to be in there for the man of the match so far. Nice one round the corner from Sakamoto. Here's Van Evik over on the right wing. Van Evik crosses in, looking for Hadji Wright. I think it's going to be a goal kick. Wright sort of wafts the foot at it. Out it goes. Good play by Sakamoto. And you can see the upside for Coventry. They can get those, I mean, I'm stating the bleeding obvious here. Get your key players in the game. Yeah, go figure, Ben. Yeah. But they haven't managed to get O'Hare, Palmer and Sakamoto into the game yet. Eccles goes on to Palmer. Wes Harding has got his hand up appealing for offside. And the linesman agrees with the former Rotherham and Birmingham centre half, left back. Again, another versatile one. Could pick up that for Millwall. Just proper championship-ready defender, isn't he? Wes Harding. And it's going to be Sarkic with the restart here for Millwall. They're just going to get a chance to get down the ground here. Sarkic goes long. Coop. Guess who's underneath it? Jake Cooper. Down the line it goes to SA. SA has just dribbled that out of play. Actually, Wright was just too strong for him there, wasn't he? Never quite had his balance, did he? Michael, with Everton and Forest due for points deduction, possible relegation, do you think Luton will stay up? I tell you what, Luton are doing the EFL proud, but they had a bad defeat yesterday, didn't they, at home to Sheffield United. I'll have a look at that with Mikey on, I don't know, probably film on Tuesday or Wednesday this week. And we'll have a good look at the relegation picture when we do the Premier League predictions. Oh, nice feed through. Looking for O'Hare. And I was just praising Wes Harding, and he's dealt with that perfectly, hasn't he? Good sprint across. Must be fun playing in the middle of a back three. You can see everything, can't you? Torp, here's O'Hare into the box. Good cutback. Palmer. Oh, brilliant from Harding. Again, it's a great strike from Palmer. It's going in the corner. And brilliant minute there for Wes Harding, the Millwall centre half. And he flips it up and over the bar. Great defending. In comes the corner. Oh, Sakic's got a bit lost there. Fleming bails him out. Sakamoto looked like he was climbing, but fair header, says referee Kitchen. Here's Sakamoto again. Fleming's got to be careful. He's ploughing into tackles at the moment. And let's just say his ball striking ability as an attacker, Fleming, certainly a bit better than his tackling, but fair play to him. He's getting stuck in. Dylan, if Ipswich go up, who's your first Premier League signing? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Hopefully one of the loan players, Hutchinson, Sarmiento or more, but hey, yeah, that would be a fever dream, wouldn't it? Ipswich going up 2 seasons running. Goodness me. I saw a tweet 10 years ago today, Luton were top of the conference. How about that? Is Clive Mendonca the only player to score a hat-trick in the Championship playoff final? Scott Sinclair scored a hat-trick in the Championship playoff final, didn't he? For Swansea in, help me, 2010? Against Reading, 4-2. In fact, I did get the chance to speak to Joby Mack enough about that very game, which is on the channel. In fact, did I put the whole interview up with Joby? Might have just clipped out a bit and the rest went behind a paywall over on Patreon. Maybe we'll stick the whole thing up. 2010-11. Thank you, Radaby Leeds. We love the chat. I approximate the truth and then the chat tells the truth, yeah? I can't remember every bloody year of the playoffs, but just most of them. Joe Bryan with the throw-in the left-back area. Flicked on by Zian Fleming. Still can't tell the difference between Eccles and Torp. Anyone else struggling with that? Out it goes to Van Evik. I'll just call whoever's in central midfield Teckles, being as I can't tell them apart. Denor tries to play that up the line. Good body strength by Van Evik. Looked like a fair one to me on Fleming. And knowing how Fleming's been playing, there's going to be a receipt for that one coming, isn't there? Keep your eyes on that. Eccles. Palmer. Eccles. O'Hare. Good tackle by Tanganga. Takes the ball nice and cleanly. Takes the man as well, but very fairly. Eccles. Here is Torp off the drop down. Van Evik into O'Hare in the box. Denor in the way again. How good has he been? Oh! Joe Bryan trying a bit of an indulgent trick there in the left back area. A little drag back heel. He did put it through Sakamoto's legs, but went straight out for a throw. He comes from Amsterdam. He effing hates West Ham. There he is. Zia Fleming. Latibodia. De Silva. Nice little one inside from Palmer. Back to De Silva, who tries to thread the eye of the needle. Bit attritional the last, I don't know, 5-10 minutes of this one. We did have it a bit basketball-y, didn't we? But calmed down a bit from that. And given how well Millwall played in the first 25 minutes, you'd probably say they're still good value to be 1-0 up in this game. But all it takes, quick set play, quick mistake, bit of magic. And there goes your lead. Oh, that didn't look like a clever tackle. Referee Kitchen let it go, actually. Honeyman slid in there. I'm not sure why he's let that go on Eccles. That looked like a foul to me by Honeyman. Let's see the replay. Yeah, it's foul that, isn't it? In my humble opinion. But Josh Eccles didn't get the decision. And there is Ben Sheaf up in the stand. Hector Cov not as solid at the back as last season. Perhaps, yeah. I suppose they were playing the back three last season, weren't they? And I think you're right, actually, Hector, because the setup was they could get into a back five, but they had Gyökeres and Hamer, so pretty much they knew if they defended well, one, other, both, a combination of those two would get them a goal. And they did, didn't they? Two great players at Coventry last season. Denor swept forward there by Esse. A bit of a poor ball, actually, trying to find Obafemi. Palmer goes down. That didn't look like a foul by Tanganga. I've disagreed with referee Kitchen twice in the last minute or so. But I'll always wait and see a replay. And yes, I do know that the ref doesn't get a luxury of the replay. Ben, will Southampton ever lose a game again? Asking for a friend. No. Southampton are never, ever going to lose, ever. They're in amazing form, Southampton, aren't they? 22 undefeated in the EFL. 5-3 they won yesterday. But we'll get into that on the Championship Checking podcast, and we'll get Sam Parkin's view on that tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get that up by 5:30, recording at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon. Van Evik will hopefully not be ruin a defeat at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon. And he's coming forward now with Coventry, and they've got O'Hare down the right. O'Hare, good cross, decent enough climb by Haji Wright, but you'd have to be the combination of Jurgen Klinsmann, Joe Jordan, and Tim Cahill to score a header from there. Nat, good afternoon to you, sir. Unfortunately, it will end on a cold Tuesday night under the lights at Ashton Gate. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. We will find out. Here is Honeyman. Tanganga. Flipped over the top looking for SA, who thought he'd won a throw-in. Linesman says no. Here's a couple more meals for you. There you go. They're everywhere. Dave, are you copying and pasting your meals? They look like they've got exactly the same amount of eyes. I could be wrong about that. We are about 15 seconds from half time. Coventry try and take a quick free kick, but it's been pulled back by referee Kitchen. The ball is back with Eccles or Torp. It's Eccles this time. There we go. Eccles to Torp. Here's Sakamoto coming in off the right. Nice cross left-footed. Cooper, the aerial commander, wins the header, obviously. Ball's played into the channel. Strong defending by McNamara, who's adamant that went out, but the officials say no. Here's Denor. SA. Not entirely sure what he's doing there. I mean, fair play. He got the goal earlier in the game, but smacked into the channel. And out it goes. And that is the final action of the first half, ladies and gentlemen. Coventry 0, Millwall 1. I think I'm comfortable in saying Millwall are pretty decent value for that lead. I thought in the first 20, 25 minutes, Millwall were excellent. There's a lot to like about, particularly that first half an hour. I think both keepers have played well. I think Denor in central midfield for Millwall has been tremendous. He's been absolutely everywhere. I like the goal a lot for Millwall. Clever play to bring Jake Cooper forward and win the flick on. And both inside forwards, nice and narrow. You got Fleming coming off one side and then SA finishing. It's a little bit of luck, I guess. Lucky bounce for Fleming as he comes into the box. Deflection on the shot. But maybe they deserved their luck, Millwall, there, based on the first period. They did have another good chance, didn't they, for Obafemi. Obviously, Haji Wright hit the post, sort of double hitting of the post for Coventry. Let me just bring the numbers up and see if it plays well with my eye test. There we go. Let me take the banner down. So Coventry heavy on the possession, 67-33. But then look at the other stats. On the XG is Millwall, 0.71 to 0.62. Total shots is in Coventry's favour, 6-5. But shots on target is in Millwall's favour, 4-2. So the numbers say there's less in it than maybe I'm intimating by saying that Millwall are good value for their lead. But just on my eye test, I think that first 25 minutes, I thought Millwall were really good, to be fair. Let me know your views in the comments. And I am going to go to the little boys' room. I'm going to make myself a coffee. I've got just under 4 minutes to do this. So as ever, I will set the timer on my phone so I'm not late, even though my coffee machine goes so slow sometimes, which is not helpful. But get your comments in, get your likes in, and I'm going to return to talk during halftime in just under 4 minutes, 3 minutes 49 to be precise. Jeff Stelling would say you can count them. Go and make a cup of tea or something stronger, and I will see you in a little bit. And we are back with just about 1 second to spare of my 3 minutes and 49 seconds. Get your questions in and topics to chat about during halftime here. It is. Oh, they got Gary Rowett in. He'll have a pretty good level of knowledge on Millwall, won't he? Having managed them for the last 5 years. Coventry 0, Millwall 1. Get your questions in. Like I said, let me have a look in the comments. Right, what do we got here? Am I going to Albion on Friday? What's happening on Friday? Who's at Albion? Is it Leicester then, if that's you, Ant? West Brom Sapphire. Oh, that sounds fun, doesn't it? Do you know, I might do, actually. That could be really fun. Or I'll watch along. But either way, I'll be all over that game. I'm not working on Friday night, am I? No, that sounds good to me. Could the two teams that get automatic promotion get 100 points each, Ewan? My first instinct is surely we'll never get a season where two teams get 100 points. But if it's ever going to happen, it's going to be this season, isn't it? My God. Still time for the Sky Blues. Have been stronger in the second half of games this season. Could be one team gets 100 points and doesn't get Don't be mental, wouldn't it? First two teams to win 30 games going up automatically. We could get three teams win 30 games this season, couldn't we? For God's sake. I mean, Leicester are definitely going to do it. You wouldn't back against Leeds and Southampton doing it either, would you, at the moment? Feels very cagey, this game. I would agree the last 15 minutes of that half felt cagey, didn't it? For sure. Somebody is going to be very disappointed ended up in the playoffs instead of automatic promotion. Can they handle that? Of course they can't, Billy. Football fans can't even handle a throw-in being given against their team. So, no, absolutely not. Dave, where do you see Willock and Chair ending up in the summer? Willock definitely leaving on a free. Do I play any gigs in the West Country? Where am I going? How close are you to the Black Country, Dave? I'll be... I was plugging this one yesterday. I'll be at the Robin in Bilston on March the 16th. Do you know what? We've got one over Bromyard, I think the place, the Conquest Theatre in Bromyard. Give that a look. But Willock and Chair, I think Chair might well go to a parachute team, might he? I'm not sure he'll go to a Premier League team yet, Dave, to be honest. Willock, there'll be loads of suitors for him. Loads of managers will think if they can get him on a free, that they will be able to rehabilitate him. Mum said, hello, always ask, who's that on the telly? There you go. Is there anything now possible that you thought unthinkable at the start of the season? Well, yeah. The guy asking about two teams getting 100 points or three teams getting 92 plus or even four teams. Look, with the way Ipswich are going at the moment, I'm not sure they'll stay on 2 points per game. But at the moment, to have three teams projecting, 92 plus points is just crazy. For me, Stoke could go down. Potentially, I really like Schumacher, but Stoke is just weird, isn't it? Seems like they always seem to hire managers who are doing well or good managers, and then never works, does it? Never works at all. What else have we got here in the chat? Bad season for manager job security so far. Who do I think the next one to go will be? Oh, God, I've got no clue. Don't really see anyone vulnerable where the manager hasn't already been sacked at their club here. I suppose it'd be comical to say Watford, wouldn't it? Being as we all think they're being stable now. Daniel, you definitely asked about League One promotion, didn't you? Should we bring the League One table up? I'm interested to look. Let me be perfectly honest, though, Daniel. I haven't been across it in anywhere near the detail I was, which was a lot last season when Ipswich were in that brilliant promotion race with Plymouth and Sheffield Wednesday up the top there. And look, it's the big boys up there. We all had them in our pre-season predictions, didn't we? Pompey and Derby and Bolton there. I mean, incredible what Steve Evans has done at Stevenage, isn't it? Crazy success for him over these past 2 years. Well, Pompey look like they're going to do it, don't they? But that's not me sticking my neck out there. Barnsley, that's your team, isn't it? Crikey. Can I be really boring and go with the top 3? Or is that too boring? Let me know your takes in the comments. But yeah, but you can see how impressive it is to have 4 teams on 2 points per game. Although, look in League One there. Although, strangely, look at it. Derby are second and aren't on 2 points per game. Bolton are third and are. So you have actually only got 2 teams there doing it. I think Schumacher is good, but Stoke is a poison chalice. Well, yeah, very much so. Beale. Yeah, maybe. Maybe indeed. Jeff, if Norwich makes playoffs, does Wagner keep his job next season? That's so difficult to say, isn't it? Because they're a year 2 parachute team. So kind of that's sort of the bare minimum, isn't it? If you're a year 2 parachute team, you should be in the top 6, shouldn't you? Obviously, this season is going to be hard for everyone, even teams that have got, like Norwich and Watford, who've got a year 2 parachute payment, because all 3 of the year 1 parachute teams are on 2 points per game. Normally, we get at least one newly relegated year 1 parachute team that has a nightmare that sacks a couple of managers and signs a load of players, and some of them don't work out and they don't get promoted or in the top 6. Or, you know, we've even had them sort of languishing in the bottom half now and then. But it's getting rarer as those Premier League TV deals go up and up and up and up. Speaking of up and up and up and up, I would like the number of likes on this video. That's absolutely seamless to go up and up. We've got 63. I wonder if we can get to 75 likes. How good would that be? If everybody who's watching right now hit like, it would go right up. You got 9 seconds. We call this a like spike. Hit the thumbs up, go. Thank you, everybody, for your support. We really, really do appreciate it here on the channel. Hitting the thumbs up and keeping the live chat going is one thing. That's amazing. If you can find it within your heart to sign up over on Patreon or hit the join button down there, that really, really helps up. For the price of a cup of coffee each and every month, you can get involved, get early access to my tribal football columns, join in our roundtable chats, and join the illustrious Merriful, is that a word? WhatsApp group as well. So really, really appreciate that. I think we're about to kick off, although Sky have just gone to another ad break, so I'm not entirely sure what they're doing. Comment of the day, Des Lynam would have been proud of that one. I will take that. High praise indeed. Score prediction for Swans Leeds on Tuesday. We will get involved with that. I'm not sure I'm going to have time to get Sam's score predictions, but I'll have a word with him and see what we can fit in this way. Really quickly, do you think Birmingham? There you go. Hit the join button. You get that signed by your name as well. The status, how good is that? Do you reckon Birmingham? I don't think Birmingham will go down, but stranger things have happened, haven't they? Right. We are about to get going. In fact, referee Kitchen has just blown his whistle and we are off for the second half. It is Coventry 0, Millwall 1. Remain SA with the goal in his first half. In the first half. We watch it. Oh, there's a high turnover. Denor slides it into Obafemi, who goes down in the box. There's an appeal. My first instinct was no penalty. But as always, I get the chance to look at a replay and the referee doesn't. So I'll wait until I see that. But I'll always give you my first instinct to try and be as honest as I can. Thank you to Match Bingo. I'm not playing this afternoon. I'll get back on it for the next watch along. But if you are, best of luck and please play responsibly. And of course, do use as ever our QR code. Click on that and it'll send you right over to Match Bingo into the app. And they'll also know that we sent you. Down the right, comes Sakamoto onto his left foot. Nice looking cross that. But good defending by Millwall there. They just had to, all the centre-halves there just had to hold their ground, be strong. And that was going over everyone's heads, wasn't it? Good play. Let's do a little reset of the teams. Here we go. I said I'd do a reset of the teams. I'll give you the league table instead. Oh, dear. I'm having a nightmare. Quick. There we go. What should have happened in one press of a button took about 5 there. My bad. A little slide up the line. Just keep our eyes on this now. Sakamoto turns it over. Collins in goal for Coventry. Van Evik, Latibodio, Binks to Silva. Eccles, Torp, who I can't tell the difference between the two. Sakamoto, O'Hare, Palmer and Wright. For Millwall, Sukic in goal. Tanganga, Harding, Cooper. McNamara, Bryan. Denor, Honeyman. Fleming, Essay, Ober, Famey. That one goes long. Looking for Haji Wright. Daniel, how's Al Mohammadi looked in his cameo so far for Ipswich? Yeah, looks lively. I assume they're going to try and just drip him in really gently off the bench, jumping up 2 divisions from League 2 from Wimbledon. But I've liked what I've seen. Harding, Denor, Tanganga drives forward. Out it goes to McNamara. He comes in off the right touchline. Honeyman. Looked like a foul that by Haji Wright. This will be a free kick to Millwall. Wayne, I'd like to say that your live chat channel is outside. Thank you so much, Wayne. I'm not responsible for the live chat. That's down to you guys who talk absolute sense. And we try and warn against dickheadery in the chat. And we don't get too much. We get the odd idiot in there trying to wind people up. But in the main, just people discussing the football in a remotely adult way. Humour is allowed, of course. Crossed in. Denor on the edge of the box. Obafemi takes a swing at it. Pretty difficult chance that. Bounced up at him on the half volley on the right foot. Sticks it over the bar. Baggy Bird rants. Mr. Bloom, the man who said Baggies would end up 18th. Love being the underdogs. Yeah. Not entirely sure a team that's just come out of parachute payments and been in the Premier League very recently can really be too much of an underdog when they still maintain some of that squad. But my contention was that there would be chaos off the pitch for West Brom this season with that prediction. But Carlos Corberan and the remaining Premier League level players that West Brom still have been, coasting to a really good team, I have to say. Oh, good hit by Sakamoto. It goes loose for Wright. I was thinking that would be a penalty there where if Wright could just tip it away from Sarkic and he'd bring him down. But Wright wasn't interested. He wanted to score a goal. Good for him. To be fair, he was offside, wasn't he? Would have got flagged. Did get flagged. I've caught up. There we go. Good save, though, by Sarkic. He's played well. I do think both keepers have played well in this game. Collins had no chance, the Coventry keeper, with the goal. Took a deflection. It was going to his left and it went in the other side. Tony, I remember when you hit the 5,000 subs. Come a long way since then. Thank you so much. Yeah. It's been a great journey, hasn't it? And I've loved every minute of it. That's not true. I haven't loved every minute of it. It's bloody hard work. But thank you to everybody watching right now and who's ever watched the video, because I basically get to come in my garage and talk about football and people are interested. And what a privilege that is. And I love it. corner to Millwall, which George Honeyman is going to take from the left-hand side with the right foot. It's going to be an in-swinger. Here comes Honeyman. Where's Cooper? There he is on the back stick. He falls over. If he hadn't, he was in a really good position there, wasn't he? Jake Cooper. Sarkic and Harding, ex-Blues players, yeah. Sarkic from Wolves, yeah. Full-time at Wolves, definitely on loan at Birmingham. There's Andrews, 3 to go down. Controversial one in there. Love that. Debate that one in the chat. Here is O'Hare. Goes back via Torp into the back 4 and given away. And if you're a Coventry fan now, you start looking at the clock, don't you? You start going, 40 minutes to go, 30 minutes to go. Because then it becomes, can the team who's got the goal advantage just sit in and keep the clean sheet and win the game? And the onus to really chase really then lands on Coventry City, doesn't it? Good cover there by Latibodia. Good body strength as well against the king of the bench press there, Michael Obafemi. And Honeyman wins the throw-in. So let me just plug my iPad in, which I have to say does my head in. We're going to get subs here for Coventry, by the way. It looks like Bobby Thomas and Ellis Sims are going to be coming on. Can you see that in the shot? You can't see the iPad there. Just annoys me having the lead or the iPad in shot. We're going to get a long throw in for Millwall. Easy header away on the near post by Lewis Binks. Sheaf a huge miss. Could cost them plus. How long is Ben Sheaf out for, guys? Does anyone know what the injury is? Welcome, Marlon. Great to see you, fella. Another member there. If I can tempt anyone in to hitting the join button. What is my tip for the top 6? Well, looks like the top 4 is fairly locked in, given they're all on 2 points per game at the moment. West Brom are just a really well-coached side, aren't they? And then anyone's guess really for 6th. But that could all change. You never know. Ipswich could go another 9 games with only winning once. West Brom could fall off. You never know, do you? O'Hare. Nice take by Palmer. But Wes Harding, who's played well at the middle of the 3 centre-backs, just gets in the way. I think he's hurt his right foot there doing that. Just hobbling away. Here is Callum O'Hare. De Silva. He's going to go out for a corner, that one. He was just playing it inside. Trying to find Victor Torp. 6 to 8 weeks. That is awful news. You would think, though, there would be more serious issues if missing one key player is costing you playoffs. Oh, good corner. That had it clear. But then again, maybe I'm being a bit unfair. Every team has key players, don't they? But you just got to be ready to cope without them, haven't you? As annoying as that is. Torp sticks the cross in. It wasn't Torp, it was Eccles. This is a nightmare, isn't it? Yeah, that was what I was saying, Jack. If your season is decided on one player's injury. I mean, look, there's been examples before where would Norwich have got promoted in either of their seasons if Emi Buendia had been out for, say, 3 months? Would Aston Villa, if Jack Grealish had been out for 3 months? It's hard to say. Fulham and Mitrovic, probably. Every team has star players, don't they? But it's a good debate, isn't it? Right, double sub for Coventry. Out goes Palmer and Eccles. I have to say, thank God, because now I know it's just Victor Torp in there. In comes Thomas and Sims. And Van Ebeck throws it in. Little deflection there. It's going to be a corner to Coventry. If Ipswich don't get promotion, it will still be a great season. However, do you think they'll hold on to your manager? Probably not. No, you would imagine that might be the end of the road. But hey, as I say to all Ipswich fans, you can't go around saying you think he's brilliant and then assuming he's going to stay forever in the Championship. Corner clipped in. Ooh, Sarkic, little bit butterfingersy, but big crowd of players, to be fair to him. Binks crosses it in, headed away by Cooper. 5th to 15th all open. Who would be my dark horse for 16th? Well, to try and answer that question as it's been pitched, Hull have spent well. That wouldn't be a dark horse. Coventry wouldn't be a dark horse. Sunderland wouldn't be a dark horse. I suppose Middlesbrough, because they're so far back, would be a dark horse. So would Watford. Maybe one of those. Norwich are a year two parachute team, so Watford. I don't know. Do Middlesbrough still count as a dark horse? Even though I predicted them to finish second, for God's sakes. Before their team got completely broken up in the pre-season. The ball is back with Collins. Nice little feed into central midfield. To Torp. Out it goes to Van Ebeck. There you go. Preston. That'd be a proper dark horse, wouldn't it? What a job that'd be if Ryan Lowe pulled that off. De Silva. Coventry are starting to build up a bit of a head of steam here, aren't they? O'Hare tries to flick that one through flamboyantly, but nothing doing. And if Millwall are going to have so little of the ball, they need to use it better than that. They really need to spring out. That was something I thought West Brom did really well against Ipswich yesterday. Okay, it's mainly a defensive setup, but boy, do they go for it when they counter-attack. Throw in for Millwall. We're coming up the hour mark now. Joe Bryan tosses the ball in. Thank you for all the support today. I didn't say after the like spike, did I? 88 likes. Maybe we can make it to 100. Wouldn't that be a fine thing? Duncan Watmore and Tom Bradshaw look like they're getting ready to come into the game. Two forward players. So you'd imagine a couple of the front three are going to step out for Millwall. Just fresh legs up there because at the moment it's all Coventry in terms of possession and the ball's not sticking up the top there. Probably be Obafemi and Esse, the goal scorer, I'd imagine would come out. O'Hare. De Silva, he's got two against him, does really well, feeds it into O'Hare. Little slide inside. Haji Wright tries to sort his feet out. Torp hits the shot. That's a deflection, isn't it? And I think it's going to be a corner to Coventry City. Hit it with the right foot. I think it was Cooper who got the block on it. In goes the corner. Good take by Sarkic. Massive crowd of players there. Fair play to Joel Latibodia, who out-jumped Jake Cooper there. The skyscraper. Long goal kick. Jack, as an unbiased and level-headed Ipswich fan, do you think McKenna will jump ship with offers on the table? I would change the language in that. I don't like the term jump ship because it implies someone's kind of doing a runner, and it just wouldn't. I wouldn't see it like that. I would see it would be, just a natural next step. So if you change the language in that and say, would he leave and take his next step? Probably. And as much as it would be disappointing, you'd have to say, great job, well done. McKenna's going to Stoke. That's tremendous. I think he's brilliant, but everyone fails at Stoke, don't they, sadly? I think Schumacher's brilliant as well, but there you go. Who do I think will get the Huddersfield job? I've got no idea. Did they not speak to Eustace last week? My little birdies tell me. You tell me in the chat who you think gets the Huddersfield job. So the double sub just got made while I was waffling on. But we'll tell you about that in a second, because here comes Haji Wright into the box. Can you get it on the right foot? Not quite. Casper De Norre has been so good in this game, the Millwall central midfielder. Little flick round the corner from O'Hare. And Duncan Watmore draws the foul pretty cleverly there from Jay De Silva. Mike Duff for Huddersfield. That'd be interesting. Yeah, the interim guy's doing really well, isn't he? What's his first name? John Worthington? God, look at that home record there for Mark Robbins. 1 defeat in 21 at the CBS. So this would be a really good win, wouldn't it, for Millwall if they can win today at the CBS. As Adam chimes in, come on, you Millwall, need these 3 points today. I think that's just shown that stat from Sky Sports that it would be a really impressive win. And sounds simple. All they need to do now, terrible throw out from Collins there, easily headed back by Fleming. They've managed to defend that though. Cooper, little ball into the front. Everybody dummies it for everybody else, and it is through. Oh, what's Collins doing with his distribution? Hospital ball there for De Silva. He gives him the thumbs up, but I think he's just trying to encourage some confidence there from Collins. Latibodia. Back it goes to De Silva. Right. O'Hare. Torp. Good football. Right into the box. Is that going to be a penalty? Yes, it is. My first instinct was, I think it was a penalty, but I'll wait for the replay. Tanganga was wrong side. Wright got his body in the way. I'll wait for the replay, but I do think that was a pen. Yes, pen, isn't it? Just plants his foot there, doesn't take the ball, and Wright goes over. Yeah, it's just a bit clumsy from Tanganga. And it's going to be a penalty for Coventry here with 66 up on the clock. Assume Haji Wright's going to take it himself. think he's looking for his 9th goal of the season, as the crawler along the bottom says. Haji Wright, hands on hips. 2 side steps left. Right-footed, sticks it down the middle and into the back of the net. It goes. Haji Wright wins the penalty. Haji Wright scores the penalty, and Coventry are level. It's Coventry 1, Millwall 1. Let me know your takes on the penalty. I thought it was bang to rights. I did actually think first viewing. We're going to get another look now. It's a good take. And yeah, Tanganga, I think it's fairly nailed on that penalty, isn't it? If there is such a thing. I know we're in the land of subjectivity there. And it is 1-1. And how do Millwall play this now? In terms of they've made the 2 subs to try and, pep up the front line a little bit. They've got to go again now, Coventry. Millwall, excuse me. They played so well in the first 25 minutes. And, of course, Coventry will now think momentum is with them. And they can go on and win the decision. Win the game. Still thinking about the penalty decision, aren't I? Poor decision from the defender. Yeah, he just got wrong side. He didn't protest at all, Tanganga, did he? In goes the free kick from Millwall. What more? Looked like a handball there. Ellis Sims. Bang to right. So it's going to be a free kick for the Lions, which George Honeyman is going to take. Hector, getting worried now. Goal literally went in minutes after he said that. Not a great deal of help, as draws don't tend to be for either side here. Oh, great free kick by Honeyman. God, Jake Cooper was charging in. Not for the header. It's a lovely delivery, that. Keeper doesn't want any part of that. Cooper slides in and is just a few inches away from being able to convert that. And you think he would score if he got any kind of decent contact on that. Tanganga, FFS. Well, maybe so. Oh, here comes Callum O'Hare driving in towards the box. Haji Wright. Oh, yes. And he's got his second. Oh, I think it went through the keeper's hands. There's 2 goals in about 2 minutes for Haji Wright. I thought he played the shot wrong there and he should have gone across the keeper. He goes to the near post. It's through Sarkic's hands. And from 1 down, bang, bang. Immediately, Coventry have gone 2-1 up. What a turnaround. Well, what about that? As he was winding up for the shot, Haji Wright, I thought, no, that's not the finish. Thought he should have gone across the keeper. It's actually pretty clever, but Sarkic immediately puts his head in his hands. He's got to save it, hasn't he? He's right behind it. It's not totally into the corner. He gets a full right hand on that. And unfortunately, Millwall, El Calapso, it's bad goalkeeping, isn't it? He's got most of his palm behind that, and it's just not strong enough to save it. It's not, it's not the firmest shot, is it? And I think the keeper should have that one. But all changed, and I'm going to have to change my ticker at the bottom to say Haji Wright now into double figures for the season. He's up to 10. He's on a hat-trick as well, the United States forward. And it's Coventry 2, Millwall 1. Big comeback from Coventry, and we'll go to the live league table because that is going to put the Sky Blues into the top 6. There you go. Going to move on to 47 points and overtake, amongst others, Sunderland, who were in 6th place at the start of the game. And Millwall are going to have to really chase this one now. They've gone from being 1-0 in front, 67 and 70 minutes, those two goals going in on. And Coventry lead 2-1. And here comes O'Hare and the potential hat-trick man, WRIGHT, going down the left. Wright has done well. Here's Torp into the box. Torp hits it left-footed. Oh, my God. Deflected. Looked like it was going to fly in the opposite corner, and Millwall are really collapsing now. Just went over the bar. That looked... Ooh. It's a lucky one, that, isn't it? Tanganga just sticks his thigh out. And you thought for all the world that's just going to flip up and into the far corner, and Coventry are going to get a third goal in quick succession. But it just goes up and over the crossbar. Corner, though, to Coventry. In it comes. Thomas heads goalwards, and it goes wide. Should save that, to be honest. Sarkic has to do better there. Yeah, we don't want to pile in on the keeper, but he gets down. You can't say he doesn't get down early enough. He gets a big hand on it, and then he doesn't tip it round the post. Yes, I guess we all thought WRIGHT was going across the keeper there, but he goes to the near post, and it is poor goalkeeping there by Sarkic. Coventry 2, Millwall 1. Coventry, all change, now heading for the top 6. Into the box it goes. Oh, Sarkic has spilled that one. Oh, goodness me. Hairy moment there. Huge goal kick, though. That was excellent from Sarkic to put the Coventry defence on the back foot immediately. Thomas won the header. Sort my neck out. Oh, ouchie. McNamara tries to spin his man. In goes the cross, looking for Fleming. Fleming thinks he's fouled. I don't think he was. And out it goes. No, it just runs into Van Evik. Nothing doing. Am I doing watch-alongs during midweek? We're not going to change the check-in podcast, Marlon. We'll still film that tomorrow. So I'm not sure what we do about predictions, to be honest. I'll have a word with Sam about that. And then, yeah, is it Bristol City Southampton on TV on Tuesday? Because I'll probably do that one then. And yeah, Wednesday night is Valentine's Day, so it's more than my life is worth. I'll take the night off there for sure. O'Hare tried to go between two. He hit the deck pretty dramatically. I must admit, he fooled me. If it wasn't a foul, I thought that was going to be a free kick. Referee Kitchen says no. Did he get fouled here, O'Hare? No, he didn't actually. And he threw himself down to the point he probably... Yeah, he could get yellow for diving there, O'Hare. A little bit naughty, that one, I think. We're on Sky. Wee. Yeah, so we'll probably do that one then on Tuesday. I haven't seen Southampton for a while, actually, during their mega run. Here is Denor. It's closed down by Van Evik. Sakamoto boots it down the ground. And McNamara tries to come away with it, does well. Tanganga, Denor. What have Millwall got up their sleeve? Can they push again? Not like that. One in the channel from Fleming. And unless that hits the corner flag and bounces back in, Bradshaw can't do anything with that. Danny, annoying result as a whole fan. Bit of disquiet at the performances recently under Rossini. Interesting. Very interesting. And that comes on the back of, I mean, it's my opinion, but I ranked Hull's transfer win business 5 stars. So he's definitely been backed. Income, George Saville and Adam Mayer. Is it Adam Mayer? Have I got his Christian name right there? The guy from Morecambe. Adam Mayer. I got it right. There you go. De Silva, O'Hare. De Silva, O'Hare. Love Millwall, but don't love Sarkic by the sound of it. 5 late winners. Who? Are you talking about MK, Liam, or one of these sides? Predictions on the Tuesday afternoon. I don't know. We'll figure it out, Marlon. Sometimes if you put the predictions up too close to the games, nobody watches them. Too tight. Crossed in for WRIGHT. Difficult header. He puts it over the bar, unsurprisingly. Sakamoto completely sliced the volley, actually, and wasn't the intended target, but WRIGHT's looking for the hat-trick. What would you do if there were a rat in the kitchen? Well, I would be very worried because I don't want it chewing through any of my cables or bringing any horrible germs in. And then I would get rid of it in the most humane way possible. What am I going to do? Brian takes the throw in for Millwall, who need a goal. They led for a lot of this game. But they're getting 0 points as things stand. Denor. In comes the cross from the left. That's better from Millwall. Van Evick kind of shanks it behind. For a corner. Michael. Who's that in the background? Guns N' Roses. Joe Edwards doesn't react to anything, plays his way, and that's it. He's definitely a philosophy-based guy, isn't he? Maybe needs a bit more in game. Saville tries to chest the corner down, and in the end, Ellis Sims draws a foul. Lots of talk about rats in kitchens. The only rat that's allowed in my house is the highway rat. And if any of you have got a toddler, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Stand and deliver. I am the rat of the highway, says Enid as she waves a cardboard tube at me. Less than 10 minutes of normal time to go. Joe Edwards ponders. What is he going to do? Denor. O'Hare right into the box. Little step over. Right wanted the shot. He wants the hat trick. Hits it into Sarkic's chest with the left foot. O'Hare sweeps it up. And Millwall clear. Although Watmore can't control it and Binks just hooves it as far as he can. UB40 song, Ben, before your time. If you listen very carefully, Andrew, to my answer, I gave you a subtle reference that I knew exactly that it was a UB40. And as a piano player who plays music from the centuries past, don't worry about it being before my time. We got it covered. Here's Tanganga. Harding goes home to Sarkic. Cooper hoists it forward. Latibodio wanted the foul. He's strong enough to get away with it, though, when it didn't get given. It'll slide down the line. Sakamoto gets fouled, does he? Or has Brian fouled? No, other way around. My bad. Everyone fell down. And it was Sakamoto who fouled Brian. Eugene, welcome to you, sir. Yes, that's my real job, Marlon. Look in the background. Sarkic is going to hoist this up long. Cooper wins the flick. That's going right through to Brad Collins, the Coventry keeper, though, as we tick over 83 minutes now. That means 7 minutes plus stoppage time remaining. And Coventry know they keep the ball out of their net. They are definitely getting 3 points today. But here comes Duncan Watmore down the right for Millwall. Stays like this, relegation battle could get interesting. It's getting more and more interesting the further we go. Throwing, though, to Millwall on the left-hand side, and Tanganga's going to hurl this in the box. Remember, in the first 30 seconds of this game, we had a really good long throw by Millwall, by Tanganga, flicked on by Harding. And Honeyman really should maybe have scored. Sims, though, heads this one away. They're going very direct now, Millwall, but they need to do something, don't they? Bradshaw, I think, got the flick on then, although that's not the plan. He's supposed to be on the end of the flick-ons rather than doing the flick-ons. Any piano and singing at the same time. We try our best. Come and see me. I'm playing in the brilliant Wow, that's what I call the 90s show. As the cross comes in. And we're next going to be at the Robin in Bilston on March the 16th. Send me an email or a DM if you're interested in coming. Little knock inside. Mayer, nice cross. Bradshaw tries to head goalwards. McNamara versus Collins, who scurries out and manages to grab it at the probably, I was going to say the third attempt, 2.5 attempts, if that's even possible. As the clock ticks down, 85:30 on the clock. Flicked on by Danny McNamara. Denor knocked down the ground, and Harding is going to sweep that up. Ellis Sims does well. Makes Harding smash it into the stand. Bilston will be on stage, I guess, 8:30 till 9:30, and then 10 till 11, probably something like that. Scurries out like a rat. What am I going to do, hey? Restart then for Millwall. Sarkic is going to go long. Headed away by Latibodia. He's been very good today, actually, hasn't he? Torp into the channel for Wright to chase. And Wright forces Tanganga into conceding a corner. And Coventry are managing this pretty well. Pretty good. Anybody watch the first episode of season 12 of Curb Your Enthusiasm last week? Unbelievable scenes, especially Larry in the car getting cross with, I'll say Siri and hope my pocket doesn't try and answer me. In comes the corner then for Coventry. Thomas trying to get there on the back stick. Booted away by Mayer. And 2.5 minutes remaining now, plus stoppage time for Millwall. Here's Denor in the channel. Mayer is trying to get away down the left-hand side. Thomas does well. Millwall pressing frantically now, trying to get back in the game. And I think it's Brian who concedes the foul. Ben, do you have a favourite band or too many to mention? Too many to mention, but I should say one of my heroes, Billy Joel, actually released a song recently, and he hasn't done that for just years, and it's really lovely. And it's called Turn the Lights Back On. And yeah, okay, it's not modern or on trend or anything, but he's one of my heroes, and it's just great to hear him do something. Collins goes long, looking for Hadji Wright, who's looking for a hat-trick, but he can't control that. And Tanganga, who conceded the penalty, I would say on which this game turned, but that's not really true, is it? Because the pressure had been built, and it's not like, oh, bam, Coventry get penalty, and all of a sudden the game turns. It was ebbing in that direction. And that's with the acknowledgement that I thought Millwall were good value for their lead at half-time after a really good first 25 minutes. But before you Millwall fans comment, I'm aware the game lasts 90, doesn't it? And also, it's who ends the game with the most goals, not who has the most goals at 60 minutes or whenever. When did that first Coventry goal go in? 67 minutes. Sky are way ahead of us. Maybe they know there's not going to be much stoppage time because they've already done man of the match. So we better do ours. They've gone for Hadji Wright. Get your takes in. Who do you think should be the man of the match in this one? Obviously, we do have an obvious candidate with 2 goals, as we did have with Sheffield Wednesday and Ike Ugbo on Friday night. But let me know your shouts for man of the match. And as ever, you've only got 5 seconds on this stinger. So away you go. Not a great tackle there by Mayer, the young substitute for Millwall. And it's going to be a free kick to Coventry. Should we say it differently? Who disagrees that it's right? Because I agree with Matty, actually. In the first half, it might have been Dinner, mightn't it? Latibodia, he's been decent, hasn't he? Billy Joel just played at MSG. Yes, he's got a residency there, hasn't he? Super Bowl tonight as well. Yeah, let's give Hadji Wright the the man of the match as Millwall win a free kick in a decent position there. How is Tanganga playing, Ash? The problem with Tanganga is he looked really decent, I think, for about an hour, but he conceded a penalty, didn't he? And the game turned on that. So everyone's going to look at the key mistake, aren't they? Only the 3 minutes of stoppage time, by the way. And we've only got one of them remaining. So Millwall really need to make this free kick count. Drowning my sorrows, Louise, after Cardiff lost at home to Preston. In goes the free kick. Cooper gets the first contact. It's still alive. McNamara's trying to win it. The ball's bouncing around. It's cleared away by Binks. And you know exactly what Millwall are going to do with this throw in. And you don't blame them. It's going to get hurled into the box. Saville wanted it short. But last Hail Mary throw of the dice here. Tanganga hurls the free kick in, falls to McNamara. Can he get it across? Yes, he can. Low, cleared by Sims, who's done a pretty good stint defensively, the big striker. The ball's near halfway, but Saville's got it. He needs to get it forward. There's seconds remaining, flicked on by Harding. Sakamoto heads away. Denor's underneath it, and Coventry clear. We've got 3 seconds of minimum stoppage time to go. All eyes on referee Kitchen, and he blows right on cue. And it is a comeback victory for Coventry City. Millwall led for vast amounts of this game after that goal from Romain Esse in the first half. But a lightning quick double by WRIGHT gives Coventry the win. And they go back into the top 6. Let me just quickly do the numbers for you. And yeah, look, it does look good in the end for Coventry in terms of maybe deserving the win. Look at that. 62-38 on the possession, 0.87 on the XG. Obviously, you do get the 0.77. 0.79, in fact, penalties are now. 15 shots to 8, 5 on target to 4, 3 big chances to 1. Let's have a look at how that leaves the league table. And there you go. Coventry back into the top 6 as we knew they would be. They climbed back above Sunderland, who'd taken that 6th place spot. Obviously, Coventry going last. Millwall still 18th. But look, it's been a good weekend for QPR and Sheffield Wednesday because they are the only teams in the bottom 7 to score points. Everybody else, Rotherham, Huddersfield, Stoke, Birmingham and Millwall all lost in round 31. As was said in the comments, the relegation picture is getting more interesting. I'd kind of persuaded myself it was going to be 3 from 4, but that in recent weeks since I said it has probably changed. Hasn't it? There we go. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to leave the comments, else we've got to go for a walk with Enid and her grandma in the woods out in Bedfordshire here. So I will disappear, but I will tell you lot that I will be back tomorrow with the great Sam Parkin talking this weekend in the Championship for the Championship Check-In podcast. We'll try and get that out about 5:30 on YouTube. And if you want to listen to that without having to look at my ugly face, you can listen on Spotify and wherever you get your podcast. We will be back, as Liam says, see you on Tuesday. We'll be back. Yeah, we'll probably do Bristol City Southampton on Tuesday night, which I'm very much looking forward to if I can get that one past HQ. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Hit like before you go. Thank you. 3 watch-alongs over the weekend. Brilliant support for Sheffield Wednesday 2, Birmingham 0, for Ipswich 2, West Brom 2, and the latest one today, a big comeback led by WRIGHT. It was Coventry 2, Millwall 1. See you soon. Now, you might see a YouTuber with millions of subscribers and views a week driving a Bentley. It's a bit more modest, I have to say, when you're covering the Championship. So if you can find a few quid each month to support over on Patreon or by hitting the join button here,
You are making the world of difference for myself